Welcome to this thing we're calling Revive and Thrive. How to breathe life back into your business, how to grow your business by, dare I say it, 30 to 130%. How many of you are here to do that? I'm curious. How many of you are here to do that? You're here for something, and my guess is you saw something about growing your business that you really liked. You're like, I like the fact that I'd like to grow my business because it hasn't necessarily been on as fire as I'd like it to be. Is that fair? Like your business hasn't necessarily been on as fire as you'd like it to be, or you just want to make it even better than it is. Yes? I mean, is that why you're here? Are you here to be like, hey, you know what? I just came to like take a couple of notes and hopefully get one nugget that I might walk away from. And how many of you are like that? And you get into self-development stuff and you're like, yeah, if I take one thing away that helps me a little bit, I'm like, no, if I'm gonna take time to engage in something, I better be taking more than one nugget away. I better be engaging in my business and doing something in it to make it blow up, to make it explode. Your time is precious. It is a precious commodity. Like, let's move your business. Let's shift it. And you're like, Brandon, can we do that? We can do that. But it's going to need to have your involvement. How many of you have had one foot in life and one foot out? And it's like, I really need to step up. Like, how many of you were like got called to this thing to go, I need to step up? Is it increased sales? Is it, hey, you want to buy a yacht and travel around the world? I don't know. What is it for you? Consistency? Okay. Yeah, let's go. I want to step up. It's time to commit at a higher level. How many of you are in for that? Like it's time to step up. Like I'm feeling this. And how is that to do in a world where everything is really like just, I'm just exhausted. I'm exhausted by all the things. There's too much. I know. Michelle and I were there too. We're like, we're a little bit exhausted. We're like, do we really want to commit? Do we really want to step into our business bigger? Like, it's just comfortable over here. I'm languishing. I'm like, like just kind of, just be. I'm like, no. How many of you know you're meant for more? It's time to step up. And maybe the world isn't stepping up. Maybe the things around you aren't stepping up, but you know it's to step up. And here's the good news. It's not about doing more. It's not about burning yourself out. It's about committing more, but it's not about doing more. Here's what I know. In order to make the massive changes in your life, we need three components. We need time, right? Repetition, if you will. We need accountability, and we need the right exercises and tools to get us there. The tools, the accountability, the repetition. You guys know this. How many people have you impacted with your business and how much income? Now, don't go searching for reports and try to find the exact numbers. Don't go digging up old stuff. Like, you don't need to do that. I would just like for you to be curious right now. No shame about what that is. And when I did this in our business to think about commitment, I realized not a freaking enough. Not enough. Not enough people and not enough income because I was meant for way more. I know. Michelle and I in our business, we're meant for way bigger numbers. We're meant for way more. And guys, our numbers were pretty big for some people. I told some people about our numbers and they're like, man, that's a lot of people. I'm like, not for us. They're like, do you expect perfection? I'm like, yeah, but this isn't about perfection. This is about stepping up in our lives. This is about committing to something bigger. It's time to commit. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was sick and tired of living in languishing. Because here's what I know languishing leads to depression at some point. and it sneaks up on you. So you don't even recognize it. It's like languishing, it's okay. I was like, I just want peace in life and just chill. And then I'm like, I'm starting to feel down. I'm starting to feel like depressed. I'm like starting to feel like, oh, what the heck? So the meh turns into depression before you know it. I don't want you guys to live in that space, right? Then it messes with everything. Messes with your relationships, messes with your life, it messes with your health, messes with how much sugar you put in your body or carbohydrates you put in your body or what. I mean, it has such a negative impact. I want you to play big. A couple other questions. In the past 6 months, do you feel like you could have done more, played bigger, applied yourself, taken some different action? If so, what? Do you think you could have played bigger in the last 6 months? I looked at our numbers and I'm like, I could have played bigger. I thought back and I went, could I have thought more about it? Well, yeah, but that's not what I could have done because I was overthinking in my business already. I don't know about you guys. Does anybody overthink? Do you overthink your business? Do you think about your business all day and think, I'm doing my business because I'm thinking about it all day? That's just hard work. How many of you feel like you did a lot of hard work, but not smarter work? Could you have done smarter work? Could you have been more effective? Could you have stepped up in some way? The last 6 months, could you have been more engaged? Yeah. How many of you are like, yeah, if you tell me what action to take, I might do it different? We are going to go through the steps to revive and thrive. Are you guys ready for it? Steps to revive and thrive. What are the steps to revive and thrive, Brandon? Well, here they are. They are step one. You are going to decide. How many of you would like to make more decisions in your life and be more decisive? Think and Grow Rich. If you've ever read that book, the most sold self-help book in the history of the world, one concept in that book above all else, make decisions quickly and firmly. And here's what we do in society right about now. Ever since this weird little virus came into our lives and everybody went and blamed it and like, it's like torture and it's causing us pain and problems, is we got indecisive. And what I realize is if you're going to revive and thrive your business, which Michelle, like revive and thrive our business, 100% what we had to do. We had to revive and thrive our business. We are here because we had to revive and thrive our business in 2020. Listen, I'm here to help you guys because of debilitating anxiety and because of I want to serve you at such higher levels and all this other stuff and all the things. But I'm going to tell you the real reason we're here is because of 2020 when we had to revive and thrive in our business. And then 2023, when we had to revive and thrive in our business. And then 2025, January 2025, maybe December 2024, where we had to revive and thrive in our business. So it's our own businesses that we've had to pivot and make decisions. Decide is critical instead of sitting around hoping things are going to be different. Can't do it. Step two, we're going to create drive and passion instead of excitement and motivation. I'm going to show you how excitement and motivation are fleeting and they do not serve you. We're going to create drive and passion. Step three, we're going to welcome discomfort. Yay! Everybody loves this. Yay, discomfort. It's so fun. Nope, it's not. It's painful. And you're going to watch yourself make this. You're going to watch plateaus and all and all. It's like, bring in discomfort, bring in fear, right? Those of you who have spent some time with this, be a buffalo. Then we're going to talk about the abundance code and what that really is. What is the abundance code? I can tell you the scarcity code, I can tell you the abundance code. We're going to go through the two. And you're going to see abundance maybe from a place that you've never seen it before because some of you are attracting people in your life right now that are in scarcity. But part of that is because you're in scarcity. Listen, we are who we are. We are who we are, right? An orange tree does not produce apples. An orange tree produces oranges. Humans do not have puppies. Dogs have puppies. We are who we are, who we are. So we're going to get into that in step 4 and day 4. Day 5, we're going to create and execute a plan so that we take you from just surviving, which I think a lot of us do on a day-to-day basis, which is procrastination, feeling meh, on the verge of depression or leading to depression if we stay here too long. Meh will lead to depression. The single most, the thing that's going to burden our society more than anything else by 2030, according to the World Health Organization, depression. Not empowered. Think about just surviving, not on purpose, not making an impact, exhausted, to thriving, on purpose, taking action, driven, passionate, impacting, energized. How many of you are ready to go there? You're like, yeah, it sounds pretty dang good. Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Step 1. Let's do it right now. Step 1. Let's decide. Let's make a decision. How do we make a decision? Well, you tell me. What does it feel like when you're indecisive? What have you missed out on because you were indecisive? What have you missed out on? What have you missed out on? You were indecisive in life in some way, shape, or form, and you missed out on something. Everything. A year and a half ago, I came to Michelle and I said, Michelle, hey, I got this dude who's going to teach us how to have a storefront on Amazon. He's going to teach us all the things to do. He charges like $40,000 for his clients to come do this. He's going to do it for us in exchange for me teaching him how to run his coaching business. I'm going to teach him how to start a coaching business and all the things that go into that. By the way, I'm curious, would anybody be interested in learning more about that? Like how to really build a coaching business or build your expertise into more? I could do even more than you're doing. It's something that'd be interesting to you guys. Like that's something that'd be. I taught this guy. I didn't even know it. I'm like just doing this for free in exchange for his deal that he's giving me. I'm like, hey, I'm going to teach you how to package up your material, how to put it together, your expertise, and go out in the world and give the world what you have. And he's like, awesome. And in exchange, I'm going to teach you how to do all these things, no cost. The only cost you're going to have is for all the materials and things that you're going to have to purchase along the way to make it all happen. And I'm like, okay, great. How much is that? He's like, it's 10 grand. I'm like, it's 10 grand. 10 grand. No, I think he said 10 to 15. 10 to $15,000. And once you do that, you don't have to invest the 40 grand with me to make it all happen. Once you do that, we find after about a year and a half, people are making about $10,000 to $15,000 a month. Not guaranteed. He said most. I said, have you ever had any products where you didn't make that? He said, yeah, absolutely. Some are making 3 or 4. He said, some are making like $500. And we have to rethink those. And I'm like, oh. So Michelle and I thought about it. We had a call with him. I had another call with him. I did another call with him. We went back and forth via WhatsApp. Like I went back and looked at our messages like 25 times. I talked to him, texted him a few times. Like every time I was giving him this gift of turning his expertise into his program, he's like, time to do your thing. And I'm like, hey, I don't know. Like maybe he presented us with these 3 products. One of the products, which we now own tons of, and we bought like lots of people this product.
I think we bought them off Amazon too.
We did. The little the lamps that go on the candles. And so you don't burn the candle. You're actually but you still get the smell of the candle. Anybody seen these things? That was one of the things we were going to launch. Showed us all the outlines, spent hours of this. And Michelle and I wavered back and forth and went, we're not going to decide. So what is indecision? We didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. I asked him, I said, dude, tell me that thing we were going to do a year and a half ago with that product. I'm curious, how much is it making today? He said, anywhere from 12 to $15,000 a month. What does indecision cost us? Guys, I don't know about some of you, but 12 to $15,000 a month is a pretty dang big deal to me. It's a pretty amazing deal. It's pretty massive. Indecision. And I can go back and think about indecision here and indecision. What's it cost you? It's cost us today, just being indecisive in the last year and a half, it's cost us $15,000 a month. I'm not proud of it. It's cost me massive pain with Michelle because when I'm indecisive, it makes her feel unsafe. That's what, when the masculine's not decisive, it makes the feminine feel super unsafe. Am I right? What does it cost you? How much time have you spent trying to decide? Oh my gosh, I spent hours with this guy, 15, 20 hours with this guy, indecisive. I'm all over the place. Indecision is a form of self abuse. But here's what I do, and maybe you do this as well. What if I make the wrong choice? Michelle, what if I make the wrong choice? We get these lamps, we do this thing, it ends up costing us 10 to $15,000, and we don't make a penny.
At least we know.
But oh my gosh, what if I screw up things with you? What if you think I suck and I'm a bad person? Well, like 15 grand. Like what happens? And how many of you have invested in things in the past? Michelle and I, probably 3 months before that or 6 months before that, invested in a sure thing that was $10,000. It was crypto, right? Man, how long after we bought it that just went a week, 2 weeks? Oh my gosh. We're like, we can't make decisions. We're making bad financial decisions. This would be another risk. How many of you do not take risks? Because you might make the wrong decision because you made them in the past. Bad decisions. What if I make a bad decision? Hmm. What if I make the wrong choice? Here's what I realized. My mom, I watched my mom slowly pass away 20 years ago. And by slowly, I mean she was sick for 3 years. And the last year was just, it was not pretty. And I used to go to my and sit with my mom 2 or 3 times a week. I'd go stay with her, spend the whole day nursing her, right? Different members of our family took turns doing this. And I would ask my mom at times when I would make the risks to ask her this, what do you regret? And you know what's interesting? She never said anything she regretted doing. And I thought, man, I regret doing some things in my life, but the things she all talked about was all the things she regretted not doing. And I'm like, will I regret making the $10,000 investment in crypto? And it's like worth, I don't know, how much is it worth now, Michelle? 500 bucks?
I think it's less.
Okay, our $10,000 investment is worth a couple of $1,000s. Our $50,000 investment that our financial advisor made for us like 4 or 5 years ago. This will really trigger Michelle. This is like maybe 10 years ago. Um, Went belly up in some New York investment. The minute COVID hit, it like shut down, and turns out it was a scam, and now it's in court, and we're probably going to get about 25% of that back. So, yeah, some investments that we've made that are real. It's like, do you think I'll regret those? I'll regret what I didn't do. So what I recognize now is when I make choices and I'm like, hey, what if I make the wrong choice? What I realize is that that gets me stuck, super stuck, super stuck. Let me ask you, what's stopping you from taking action in your business? Is it making the wrong choice? Is it making a wrong decision? Is it the fear of being perfect? Is it the fear of failing? What's stopping you? Money, lack of belief in self. Oh, that's a big one. Lack of time, spinning my wheels. What's getting in the way of you taking massive action in your business or towards any business? What are you procrastinating? And you may as well say it. I'm procrastinating not making a good choice. I'm procrastinating because I don't want to make a bad choice. I don't want to make a wrong decision. I don't, maybe you don't know what decision to make. What gets in your way? What gets in your way? Need to be perfect? Watch this. Okay, I'm going to share with you right here. I want you to look at this. Your path to the result. What is it that could get in your way? What's an old habit, belief, story from being more decisive and driven? What is it? What is it that gets in your way? What is it that gets in your way from taking a risk in your business? I just gave you some of our old stories. I gave you some old beliefs that we have. I gave you some old ways in which we go about things. What are yours? What gets in your way? What's an old habit, a belief, a story that keeps you from being more decisive, that keeps you from taking risks? Which I got to tell you right now, guys, in your business, playing it safe is not going to get you better results. If you're playing it safe, I know Michelle and I played it safe for the last, how long, Michelle? Year and a half? Here's what I know keeps us from decision as well. It's our brain in dualistic thinking. Okay, what is dualistic thinking? It's when you see the world in absolutes, right, wrong, win, lose, yes, no, all good, all or nothing, good, bad, perfect, not at all, life or death. Do these statements sound familiar? It's got to be perfect or not at all. If they're late, everything's ruined. If we can't be on time, why go at all? If it rains, the day will be a disaster. I can't do anything under these conditions. If this doesn't work, it'll cost me everything. I have no other choice. Our favorite phrase in this is yes, but. Yes, but. How is this not going to work? I don't know if should I do it like this? This might not work. This might not be good enough. How does the dualistic thought process show up in your business that causes you to be indecisive? Listen, guys, if we only have two options, we don't have options. Let me repeat that. That's good. If we only have two options, we don't have options. Here's why. Our brain views two options as a dilemma. Oh, do we invest in the thing, Michelle? Do we not invest in the thing? Two options. Like, hey, was there a third option in there somewhere? We could have explored it. But if we're seeing it as dualistic and one's right and one's wrong, that's a lot on the table. One's a right decision, one's a wrong decision. Right, wrong. Oh, if we do this, I got to make the right decision. Michelle, we got to make the right decision. Instead of make a freaking decision. Indecision is self abuse. But we get stuck in right and wrong, good and bad, all or nothing, perfect or not at all. So is this what's causing you to not be decisive? I don't know. What if I make the wrong decision? I'm waiting around. I'm waiting for God to tell me what to do. Someday, He'll tell me. Instead of move so you can get course corrected. I'll wait. Meh, meh, I'll wait. Guys, in order to make the shift, in order to thrive in your business, in order to thrive in life, you got to decide. And not to decide is to decide, I guess to some degree, but it just doesn't feel like we made a decision around that whole thing. We didn't make a decision. We were like, wavering. Maybe the answer will come to us. We really didn't make a decision. I guess that's really indecisiveness. And again, is it perfection? I need things to be perfect. You guys know the drawbacks of perfection. Everything's freaking hard. You overthink. How many overthinkers? How many of you have spent the last 6 months in your business overthinking? Any overthinkers out there?
Mm.
Ah, overthinking. No wonder. You've got to make the right decision, the right, perfect decision. No freaking wonder. Now I know why we haven't made a lot of decisions in the last year and a half in our business. I don't want to screw up. I don't want to screw up with my wife. I don't want to screw up with my kids. I don't want to screw up with my clients. I don't want to screw up with the world. Let's play it safe because I have to make the right decision. Painful. Right, wrong. What's another option? What's another option? That's a great thing to start asking yourself. What's a third option? What's a fourth option? It's not good and bad. It's not right and wrong. There's a third option. They could both be wrong answers. They could both be the right answers. I don't know. What's another option? Like the third option is they could both be the right decision. They could both be good decisions. They could both be decisions that lead us in the path we're headed anyway, because life's happening for me. That's another option. One of them may get me there quicker. I don't know.
One could be more fun.
One could be more fun. Okay, so having third options is critical. Looking at third ways to do it because you want to decide. Stopping the reel in your head that says good or bad decision, right or wrong. It's a decision. If life's happening for you, great. It's all it's all going to work out. It's all going to work out. We just have to get moving. We have to decide because sitting back doing nothing doesn't allow us to get course corrected. Sitting back hoping it's going to change doesn't create course correction. We must move. We must move. What would it feel like to be more decisive? What would it feel like if you were more decisive? Or what would be possible if you were more decisive? I asked myself this question. I'm like, man, I could make a lot more money if I were more decisive. I could learn a lot faster. I could grow a lot faster. I could get out of meh. I could get out of depression. What would it feel like to be more decisive? I could impress my wife more. I could make her feel more safe. What would it be possible if you were more decisive? What would life be like if you were more decisive? What could you open up the world to? What do you ultimately want in your business and why is it a priority? How many people do you want to impact in the next 6 months and how much income do you want to make in the next 6 months? Like, if it was possible to do whatever, what kind of income? And if you write it down and you're like, it's just, no, I'm not, I don't believe that, then you might go a little less. But if you also look at it and go, that doesn't motivate me, then you probably want to do a little more. And how many people do you want to impact in the next 6 months with your business? When I looked at my numbers, I said, well, we've impacted this many people. Let's double it. And I went, double it? Yeah, let's double it. How much income do I want? Let's double it. Let's double it. And I went, man, There's something about doubling it that seems like I'm playing a little small. What do the imaginators do? What do the imagination people do that make the most money and make the biggest impact? Do you think they go, let's double it? I said, let's 10x it. So I saw the amount of people that I impacted and I went, I'm going to 10x that. 6 months, a couple hundred people. I think we were like 750 people we impacted 6 months. I said, what if I 10x it? Not double it, 10x it. I saw our income. I'm like, what if we doubled our income? I'm like, what if we 10x'd it? Is that real? Hmm. I don't know, but it sure got me excited. And I decided to make a decision, which means in the Latin root word of decision, is incision to cut off from. You cut off all of the possibilities. Here's how much income I'm going to do, 10xing it. Here's how much impact I'm going to make. And then I got clear about the actions and thoughts and beliefs that are going to get me to be more decisive and the thoughts, actions, and beliefs that are going to keep me from being decisive. And I got crystal clear about those.